Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. You also might be surprised as to who I'm selecting in my March Madness picks today. If you just can't wait and you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, "Good ain't free, and free ain't good." For some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. And with that said, let's get into some picks for the 26th. South Carolina versus Florida. The betting opened up with the Gators as the 3.5-point favorites, with the total points at 132.5. Since then, Florida is now -3 against the spread, with the total points jumping up to 134.5. Currently, the Gators are laying 160 on the money line, and at the moment, 56% of the money's on the South Carolina Gamecocks to get the job done against the spread. Speaking of those Gamecocks, they've actually struggled against the number this season, covering just 10 of 24 qualifying games. And they're also covering just 42% away from home. Even worse, South Carolina covers a measly 20% versus teams allowing less than 67 points a game. They're facing a Florida team who covers a staggering 80% of their games at the current point spread. The Gators also cover an impressive 73% when favored away from home. On a side note, 2 out of Carolina's last 3 games have gone over the total posted points. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick, and I am taking the Florida Gators -3, getting the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total points, I'm in full agreement with the bettors, as I am taking the over 134.5. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think Florida wins this one in a shootout. I'm also adjusting the line and taking South Carolina +13 as the first pick of my 10-point super teaser. I'm also moving the line once again and taking the over 124.5 in that very same teaser. Next and final game for the show, Kentucky versus North Carolina. The betting opened up with UNC as the 2.5-point favorites, with the total points at 152. Since then, North Carolina remains at -2.5 against the spread, with the total points moving all the way up to 159.5. Currently, the Tar Heels are laying 140 on the money line, and at the moment, 55% of the bettors think North Carolina will get the job done. Speaking of UNC, they've done a pretty good job against the number in this tournament, covering 2 out of 3 games. They're also 14-9 against the spread going into games as the favorite. They're facing a Kentucky team who's failed to cover in 2 of their last 3. The Wildcats have also covered just 6 of 17 games away from home. In addition to all that, Kentucky overall has covered just 11 of 27 in all games. On a side note, Kentucky games have gone under the line in 9 of their last 10 contests. All that said, I'm in full agreement with the bettors, as I'm taking North Carolina -2.5, getting the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total points, I'm taking the under 159.5. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think UNC wins it. I'm also adjusting the line and taking Kentucky +12.5 as the third pick of my teaser. I'm also moving the line once again and taking the under 169.5 as the fourth and final pick of my 10-pointer. Just a reminder, my 10-point Sweetheart Super Teasers pay 5 to 6 and get graded as a loss should any game result in a push. You can find this exotic wager in several online sports books and in the state of Delaware. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, "Good ain't free, and free ain't good." If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Predictions and Sports Picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.